Sometimes I wonder about the probability of things. What is the probability that I run into a friend while buying grapes and toilet paper and peanut butter at the grocery store? Or what is the probability of being struck by lightning? Or what is the probability that someday you and I could love each other? I think about these things a lot. I know I will probably run into a friend at the grocery store. It happens frequently, because few of us can really live without grapes, or peanut butter, or toilet paper. I was almost struck by lightning once. But love? I don't know. I think about hearts sometimes, how strange they are. There are many things that start with the letter F. They are fickle, fragile, finicky, flimsy, fearful, fighting, friendly. There are lots of adjectives to accurately describe the state of hearts. Let me be very clear. My heart has never been broken. When you have a broken heart, you are incapable of doing anything. You can't go out, you can't stay in, you cry for 3 days, you eat, you drink, or maybe you starve. How do I know this? I know because my cousin told me. Her heart was very broken for 3 days. This was after she decided not to marry the man she thought she was meant to marry. And she loved him, really loved him. They had met in the grocery store. She was not buying peanut butter, toilet paper, or grapes. She was buying sugar. She said the most extraordinary thing about this. She said of her heart, "My heart is heavy, but my spirit is light." I never thought that the heart and the spirit could be two completely different things. I mentioned this to my feelings friend, the friend who always talks about feelings with me. She said, "I think your heart is what lets other people in, and your spirit is just you." A friend once told me about a dream he had. That one morning he would slowly wake up in a broad white bed with the arms of a girl he loved curled around him, and he didn't want to wake her up so he wouldn't move. And their arms were so tangled and intertwined that he couldn't leave, because she didn't want him to leave. And you know what the best part of this dream is, he said to me? I want to stay. I read a quote once by someone somewhere that said, falling in love is falling in love with yourself and then sharing that love with another person. Maybe that person was an artist, I don't remember. I wonder about the lives of the great artists, most of whom seem to fail at love. Actually, that's not true. They are the best at loving, but somehow the love ends up deserting them. And that's where the paintings and the gardens and the movies and the songs and the novels come from. How do they make it through all the aching? But I guess it's good that they make something out of the ache. So they pour all that love into the work. You have to love something, even if it's sheets of paper or a piano or a flower or a photograph. You have to love something. Sometimes I ask, how many people have you kissed? People don't lie about this. I've heard 2, less than 10, 15, 31, somewhere between 70 and 100. These are all true answers from real people, by the way. I think I waited for my first kiss for too long. I was waiting for the right moment. How do you know when it's the right moment? Here's what I learned. You don't. The world is so full. 6.8 billion people. That's a lot of people. Isn't it ridiculous that anyone ever finds anyone out of 6.8 billion? Isn't it bizarre that 2 people can find each other and then love each other equally? Isn't that strange? Isn't that just beyond wild? It's magic. I like to think that there's a plan, that mistakes and encounters happen for reasons. They do. Things work out. And I have to believe this because I know people. I know young people, ridiculously young, who find love, who have that one person who wants to know where they are and what they're doing and what they ate for lunch. Someone who delights and inspires them, who allows them to be their crazy self. Someone who wants to hold their hand even though they're being their crazy self. This is just unbelievable to me, that you can fall in love so young. Or that you can fall in love when you're super old. It's crazy that people fall in love at all, that it ever happens to anyone. I have asked literally hundreds of people if they've ever been in love. No one ever lies when they answer this question. Why would they? There's no shame in a yes or no answer. It's just something that happens to some people and sometimes not to others. And what makes it exciting is that sometimes unexpected people have loved. I've never been in love. I think we're all sending this letter to God or the universe or karma or whatever, every second of every minute of every hour of every day. This letter is sent in the seconds between minutes. It's a whisper of a prayer that says, just please let me love today. I send this letter, and every time I wake up, every time I go to the grocery store, I kind of wonder, will I see this person? Will I meet him? Will he love me? Will I find him? Will I explain to him my short history of kissing? I wonder, what's the probability? In this world of 6.8 billion, what are the chances? And I worry about myself, and I worry about my friends. I mean, are we ultimately destined to live lives that are untouched by love? And I wonder, is the probability of knowing love greater or less than that of being struck by lightning? Okay, a lot more people fall in love than are struck by lightning. I know this. I know this like I know that the stars are still glowing even when the sun is shining and it's just bright sky. The stars don't go away. At least I trust that they don't. One day you wake up and you realize that there's a universe of love inside you, and you think, if someone loved me, we could be like two houses with all the lights on. We could be two near stars in the night. We could be two names written in wet concrete. That's how much I could love you. You think, I could give you the universe, and together maybe we'd make the cosmos.